What's up, everyone? My name is Ben Albert. I'll be playing a little game called Lumina Rush, and this is the game actually I made, and we're just gonna get straight into it. All right, so we're gonna go down and we're gonna go to what's called the full run of Lumina Rush. In sets, you go from one level to the next level, kind of simultaneously. That kind of allows us to go through every level pretty quickly. So you're gonna see it. Oh, and we're gonna get into it in 3, 2, 1. We're in it. All right, welcome to Lumina Rush. First thing you gotta know about this game is we be sliding. All right, so in this game, sliding is a mechanic that we're gonna be using throughout the game, really, that's gonna help us get through every part of this game. And right there, we're done with level 1. Level 2, we're gonna take a look at the map, and we're gonna map out, hey, where we're gonna go. And then immediately we're gonna ignore it, because in Lumina Rush, you can slide up walls. And we're gonna use this to kind of navigate, do a bunch of skips throughout the game. You get taught this mechanic in like level 7, but you can immediately use it in all the early levels. You also notice that in Lumina Rush, you have this red line effect that's coming out of me. And when that's happening, that's called a boost slide, where I'm inputting the slide right before I touch the ground. Now, going into the next big mechanic, we got our gun. The big gun is gonna allow us to do a bunch of really cool things, but the big thing in World 1 is blue. So World 1 has blue, which allows us to propel ourselves in a direction after we touch a blue surface. There's this concept of being charged in Lumina Rush, and every time we touch a kind of colored surface, except red. When we hit red, we die. But when we touch a blue surface, we'll get charged, and we can use that. But you only get discharged when either you use the power or you touch a non-charged surface. So in this, we can be in midair, shoot, then double jump, and then we can kind of navigate and get to higher positions in the game. And we're gonna use that a lot, especially at this moment where I'm gonna go through here, get this bonk my head, hit there, dodge these red places, and boom, we're done. We're just gonna keep on. Oh, thank you, appreciate it. Okay, and that's how you die. And I just really wanted to show you guys how that's done. Now I'm gonna go over and grab this little orb. And the orbs here show that they're kind of like the Celeste strawberries, where they're not required to beat the level, but they are kind of indicators on either hard sections or areas for shortcuts. So we're just gonna keep on moving through, grabbing these orbs, and trying to navigate these levels. And right now we're at level 11. Each world has around 30 levels in it, except World 4, which is my bane. But we'll talk about that later. So we're just gonna keep on moving forward, and a lot of times you'll see me ignore these bounce pads. And because I'll be doing that because I'll actually have more horizontal momentum if I avoid them. But occasionally I'll hit them and jump at the same time to make sure I maximize my vertical momentum. And right here, this is a cool thing. When you're blue, you can hit off a bounce pad and not get discharged. And I'm gonna be doing that occasionally. And hopefully we'll just go through here and finish there. There's also these things called blue lasers, which are pretty much the same thing as blue platforms. But the only thing that you have to do is you have to do it in midair. So it's kind of just a cheeky skill check right there. And right now is a great time to see if we have any donations, because I'm gonna just keep going through.
Of course we have donations. I've got $25 here from JD Puppy, who says, who else is for Team Sonic? I really enjoy their classic vanilla milkshake, though I can go for a strawberry shake when I'm in the mood, or their caramel shake if I really, really want to treat myself. Thank you so much, JD Puppy, for the Sonic Milkshake takes, and also for the reminder that up next, we do have Sonic Heroes, so it is your last chance to try to help Team Sonic win. If you really want the Blue Blur himself to be saying funny lines on stream, then you're gonna have to donate, because we are currently behind by over $600. Is that a lot? Yes, but I know y'all can do it.
Now, so each level in Lumina Rush is pretty dang quick. Sometimes you'll see me beat a level without even really explaining what happened. That's okay. We're gonna just fly through these levels. This one is my bane because this little shortcut path that I made, I usually die on. But, oh, no, okay, they were gonna die. That's okay. We're gonna get through it here. And wall jump, 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 jump. Hey, make that one there. And right here, right there, you saw me perform what's called a boost, hyper boost, where I will hit the bounce pad, press A, and make sure that I get a large amount of vertical momentum to kind of make me navigate through, hit some of these shortcuts. And so we're just gonna keep on moving on. We've got about 5 or 6 more levels in this area, this world, and we're just gonna be blasting our way along.
Do you have time for one more quick donation?
Just, yeah, one more donation would be great.
Sure thing. We've got $5 from Kieros, who says, good morning, GDQ. Loving all the silliness from this block. Congrats on hitting 1 million last night, and here's to getting ever higher totals. Thank you so much.
Nice. And then this is the level I like to call Don't Bonk My Head, because at the very end, you get enough speed that you try not to do that. So we're gonna get just enough speed that we don't fall and don't let this laser reopen and then go through. Now, here's a cheeky skip right here that we can take. And right now I'm gonna try to perform what's called a hyper jump, where I double jump at just the right time that gives me enough height to perform that skip. Normally when you double jump, you get a pretty consistent amount of height, but when you double jump immediately after your first jump, you'll get around 1 to like 2 times more height, which is really nice for some of the skips that we can do here. I don't use it too much in these main levels, but in some of the custom levels, there's some real jerks that make you have to use that, that mechanic to get around. Now we're on the final level. Let's see if we can do the first cycle skip on this lovely spinning wheel of death. Cool thing to know about this game is that there's some crazy people that like to do this entire game slideless. And this is the only level in the game that you can't do slideless. And you'll see for the very end, the reason why. Because you make a bunch of lasers fall down. If you are able to slide, then you can't make it. All right, we made it to World 2. In World 2, we get introduced to a mechanic called swinging. Swinging is cool and fun. And we're gonna do a cool thing called the double grapple, which allows us to get up here, do a cheeky skip there, and allows us to get a bit more momentum. Because every time we grapple, we get a burst of speed, and we're gonna be using that a lot. It is actually very important, a way to break the velocity cap in this game. And you're gonna see that in this level where I'll get a lot of speed right there and we're in. So you get a lot of speed going through using these grapples, and we're gonna use that a lot to fly through these. Another thing to know is that there are kind of 2 types of grapples. There are what are called neutral grapples, which are the ones that kind of take you in the momentum, where your momentum's taking you. And then there's kind of directional grapples, which will force you in a particular direction, which is good to know. And we're gonna be using those throughout World 2 and kind of combining both of our things that we've learned in each level. And now is a great time for any donations.
Wonderful, wonderful. I've got $25 for you from Blemle. I think that's how you pronounce that name, who says, so excited to see Lumina Rush on the SGDQ schedule. We love you, Ben.
Aw. Heck yeah.
We also have $50 from Orb Lady, who says, good luck, BGB. We are all rooting for you. Fun fact, did you know BGB made this game?
Appreciate it. Absolute legend. Orb Lady is the best. All right, there's one of the things in this game that you got to keep in mind, and it's like the greatest sin is to never slow down and never stop sliding. But every now and then I will do it, and it's terrible. All right, so now we're on to level 211, which introduces falling platforms, and I'm amazed that I caught that grapple at the very end. But we're gonna kind of just keep moving forward, and the great thing about falling platforms is we're not gonna be on them that long enough for really to care. But for more casual people, they do cause grief. The only problem that I might occur with them is if I have a slight hiccup, which I never have mistakes, like there. And then we're just gonna have to reset. And sometimes you have to wait for it to respawn, and that can be a little awkward, but we're just gonna keep on moving on. I have to give a big shout out to the community of Lumina Rush that helped kind of create this game in the early process. Big shout out to a guy named Logic Newt. He is actually the GOAT at this game. I wish he was here performing it because he has each level in this game has a local leaderboard for that level in particular. And this man is on the top of almost every one of them. I'm there, I promise. I'm like in top 10, but I do my best. And now we're gonna keep going. And any more donations would be great.
Sure thing. I've got $10 for you from Tetra Slash, who says, woke up early to catch this incredible Lumina Rush run, and I'm so glad I did. What a treat to see a game run by its own developer. And we love a game that makes casual players feel fast. Thank you for sharing this on the GDQ stage, Ben.
Oh, I appreciate it. Absolutely. And when I was making this game, it was kind of with that purpose in mind of trying to make any normal person be able to kind of feel like you're kind of a speedrunner. I mean, I'm the dev, and I can kind of go fast, if you would agree. But the goal was that you don't have to perform any like crazy tight mechanics. Like the boost slide in particular is kind of the hard mechanic in quotation marks but the window to perform it isn't like pixel perfect or anything like that. So anyone can really go fast per se and really feel like they're a speedrunner in quotation marks. But to be able to go through all the levels all together is really like the true maker. And we're just gonna keep on going through, trying not to die. So hopefully nice. Don't die as many times in these first 90 levels, which I'll do pretty well. But in World 4, that's like the hard levels, and I'll probably die once or twice. So you'll have to stay with me for a bit. And good thing to know is with sliding, you get back your double jump. So we're gonna be using that to navigate this section here, hit these buttons and go forward. And through. And we are getting close to getting to World 3, which is our new mechanic. Cool thing to know. Actually, this is one of my favorite levels, just for the pure speed and not running into walls. But I love the speed that you get in this level. Very fun. And if there's any more donations.
Oh, of course there is. We've got $100 from Fool Moron, who says, shout out from RVA Game Jams. You got this, Ben.
Oh, I appreciate that. RVA Game Jams, I actually do have to give a shout out to, not just because they give a donation, but they're actually a great community that helped me in my game development process and great play testers and absolutely legends to help me design this game and figure out what's fun, what's not. Really important. Important part about this level in particular, these lasers will screw me up, and I'm gonna do the cardinal sin, which is I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna have to wait, which is terrible, terrible. I hate it, but we're gonna keep moving forward. And if I don't do that, I will get in a bad cycle, which will just screw me up and make it miserable for a hot second. This portion, if I can do correctly, nice, okay. That, and I appreciate it. Every time I hit that and then I do it correctly, it feels good. But the timing on those swings is really dang tight. But it's a cool thing to pull off. And we're just gonna, this is actually one of the longer levels. You'll notice that each level in this game is pretty short, besides some of the World 4 levels. But this one, you can even look at the map and it's like a big spiral going in. And we're gonna keep going forward. One more level till World 3, which is great. Doing good. There's a cheeky shortcut right here that I'm gonna miss and I'm not gonna take because I don't like this one. And I'm not going to go for it. Never mind. We're going to go around it. There's not that much time it saves. Beautiful. All right. Last level in World 2 has these trailing lasers that chase after you. They're not going to be a problem for us because we're a fast boy. But we're going to keep on moving through, kind of put the pressure on us. And going forward. Last laser chase. And we are done with World 2. All right. Now, World 3 introduces our final mechanic for the gun. And this is the teleport cannon. The teleport cannons are kind of interesting where they're similar to Blue, where you get charged up and you can use them and they'll teleport you and they'll launch you in a particular direction. The difference is that they have these cannons around that they're like associated with. And so the angle at which you get launched at is where kind of the vector where you are in a relationship to the cannon. So you'll see me drop down, get launch, and try to go up this little pathway up there, which I can definitely do. We're good. We got this. There we go. All right. Go through here. Thank you. This level, wait. This level is, I got to give a shout out to Aku, who is a guy in the community that has the best time on that. That's like one of the shortest levels in the game. And you can beat it in like 5 seconds flat. It's crazy. A lot of times with these teleport cannons, we're going to be either hitting them immediately or we're going to be waiting to have the right direction that we're looking for. And there's a cheeky skip right there. We can grab that teleporter. And we're going to keep on going through. If anyone want more donations, it'd be a great time.
Sure thing. I've got $10 for you from Suplex and Bugsy, who says, my 6-year-old son woke us up early to watch these runs. I think he might be a little early for that Balatro run. I don't think this is Balatro. Am I right on that one?
It's not Balatro. Great game, but different style.
Yeah, not Balatro yet, but that is on the schedule. Do you have time for a couple more?
Absolutely.
Got $10 for you from Killscreen, who says, wow, so cool to see a dev run their own game. Much love from Richmond, Virginia. Good luck on the run.
I appreciate it. Cool thing about, I gotta give a shout out to Humble Bundle. And if you're curious about playing this game is on Steam. But it's also part of the Humble Bundle for SGDQ, which is great, and which has a bunch of other awesome games like Roller Coaster Tycoon. So if you're at all interested in playing this game, trying to compete on the leaderboards, just have a good time, check it out. It's a good time, and also great value.
You mentioned my happy place, Roller Coaster Tycoon.
Oh, such a good game. Oh my gosh. I saw the run for it, and I was like, heck yeah.
I missed it. I have to go back and watch the VOD.
The VOD. We're going to do a cheat. Oh, okay. I would explain that. There's a ability to jump at the top of the swing that allowed us to kind of navigate and pull that off. I made it look so easy that I didn't even have time to explain it, which, is, I guess, the speedrunner curse. But we're just going to keep on going through. Also, shout out to the song that's playing right now. This is Drift by Julian Gray. Really cool EDM artist. Makes some awesome music. Super happy to work with him to be able to have this song in this game. Really goes for that kind of like go fast vibe, which really happy about it. Also, I skipped over. We've entered zero grav zones. This is an area that really catches a lot of people because if you jump in these zero grav zones, you usually hit your head on the red, which is bad.
Do you have time for one more donation?
Absolutely.
I've got $15 here for you from None21, who says, good luck, Ben. It was so nice to meet you at Oak City Indie back in February, and I hope you crush your run. Shout outs to you and all the indie developers.
Heck yeah. Shout out to my indies.
Let's hear it for indie games, y'all.
Yeah. It was so fun to play some of the indies that are out on the show floor today. Really cool platforming games. And it's always so fun to talk to them, see what like cool ideas that they have. It's so fun. I love it. Always get inspiration from them, and happy to talk shop. And hope maybe the more speed running of their own games. Come on. Right, so we've got around, okay, everyone wave hello at the one level in the game that has moving teleporters. Cool idea in theory. I hated them so much that this is the only level that has them. So we're gonna quickly say goodbye to this cool mechanic, and it's gone. All right. Next thing we're gonna go through is this next 5 levels in World 3. And we're just gonna be teleporting, launching ourselves, hopefully not hitting any red. And making good pace. Another area with 0 gravity that makes sure that you don't double jump at the wrong spot, or else you will have a headache and have to restart. There we go. Yeah, if any more donations. We're close to World 4. We're getting there.
Awesome. Of course I have donations. We have $20 from Anonymous, who says, donating for my 6-year-old son, watching from back home. He's loving watching SGDQ this year. We found another 6-year-old.
My
I
goodness.
wonder if it's the same one.
Do they just wake up early? No.
Maybe. I don't know how children do it. I also have $25 for you from Steven, who says, let's get that Lucario minigame, which is a great reminder that coming up super soon, we are going to have a Pokemon X and Y run that is having a Lucario minigame showcase incentive. We're making great progress on it so far, and we also have plenty of other Pokemon incentives to look at. You can help vote to pick any of our fun Pokemon names. I'm super into the 2nd place winner for Chespin right now is currently just Michigan. Can we get Michigan as a Chespin? But please, be sure to, when you're donating to Doctors Without Borders through GDQ, check out the incentives because we have plenty to look at.
All right, we have entered World 4. These are the hard levels. And this level in particular, this last section, usually catches me because you go real fast and then you bonk your head. So we're gonna do our best to get through this section without dying too many times. Okay, let's go. All right. So these last levels get a little bit tricky and require pretty precise platforming, but aren't too bad for the most part. I'll point out the ones that really get me. This one's not too bad, just a bunch of teleporting and making sure you're at the right angles to kind of navigate these saws. And this level gets a lot of people just because of how precise you have to be on these falling platforms. But we're doing good so far. Hopefully not dying. You'll hear me be a little bit quieter during these sections because, slightly have to focus. Okay, beautiful. Okay. Very important about this level. This level is the one time I'm gonna do an out of bounds glitch, and we're gonna call this glitch Alice because she is the one that figured this out, which is really cool. And it's not, an SGDQ speedrun until you do an out of bounds glitch. The thing that I have to do is I have to be at the very top of this door when it closes, and then it'll clip me outside. So we're gonna give it a few more attempts. And I just gotta be right there at the right time. And we're gonna try it a few more times. There we go. Okay, everyone look at the map. We're gonna go this way and just go around and go up here. And we are out of bounds. Looking at the map, it's a beautiful map. You can even move in map mode, which is fun. And we have made it. A big shout out to Alice and Logic who figured that out. Super happy to perform that in GDQ. Yeah. So keep on going forward. Oh, funny thing about these swing zones, especially the ones that force you in a direction, if you get really close to the center, you will move really fast, which is great. But you will also have no control over it. You'll move at like Mach 10. So that's a lot of times I'll move at the very edge of it. We are moving forward. This is a level that has the only level. I'm going to give you guys GDQ a secret about this game. This is the level that has the hidden level, if you can find the area to unlock it. I'm not going to show it right now, but for anyone that wants to play this game and try to find the hidden level, there's a little achievement in Steam. So for all the people that want to check it out at home, go to that level. But first, you got to get there.
Do you have time for one more donation?
Absolutely.
Because I've got $25 for you from Dice Tower, who says, shout out to from one of the indie games from the Artist Alley Sunday to Tuesday block. Stoked to see a fellow indie dev on the main stage. Congrats, Ben, and keep on keeping on.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Shout out to my indie devs. All right, we are on what I like to call the hardest level in the game. The hardest level in the game is for one particular reason. This last section. You have to do everything in zero gravity, and you have to be pretty precise. So I'm gonna probably mess up a few times, but that's okay. We're gonna jump, shoot. All right, let's go. Last level of Lumina Rush. We are making great time, and we got much faster moving lasers for this one. We're gonna make it through. All right, okay, and then this is the last skip that I'm gonna do, and it's called the laser skip that one of my good friends figured out, and we're just gonna shoot right there and get through it. We'll have that red block dodging it, being able to block the laser, which is really good. And then for our final section, we are done with Lumina Rush. Let's go. I just want to, shout out to all the developers and community that helped make this game. Super happy to perform it in GDQ. This game is out on Steam. It's like $5, and it's also part of the Humble Bundle, so check it out there. Appreciate it all, and yeah, have a good one.